Hey guys! So Lilia is 4 months and 1 week old today. I was going to do this video last Monday, but I had to reschedule her 4-month checkup thing to today because it was conflicting with my school schedule, so I had to wait a week, and I didn't want to do the video without knowing how much she weighs and everything. So she got her shots today, so she's kind of been out of it all day. And so she's taking another nap. She took a 3-hour nap this morning. So she's taking another nap right now. Let me start with, she weighs 14 pounds and 14 ounces. She's almost 15 pounds. Yeah, she's just huge. And she's 25 and a fourth inches long. So last time, I want to say she was like 22. So she's grown like 3 inches. And she's gained like 3 pounds. So she is just huge. She's officially more than doubled her birth weight, which is crazy. She is laughing all the time, smiles all the time. If you guys have seen her week-to-week videos, then you know that she's laughing and she plays, she grabs things. She grabs things all the time. She constantly plays with, she loves this like spinny toy. Like I press it down and it goes woo 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 and it spins, and then you can like touch it and it lights up, and she loves that. And she loves music. She loves like playing. We have 2 keyboards. We have one that's more realistic and, well, like baby keyboards, and then we have one that's like ding ding ding, that's really annoying, but she loves that one. And she loves to constantly hit them and and I'll put them by her feet if she's like lying down, and she'll kick them and make noise. And she loves to listen to music. Loves it. Like any kind of music. She just loves music. Her favorite song right now is called Months of the Year. It's by Peter something. I found it on YouTube. I was looking for a song that I had grown up with that I don't know, I just wanted to see if they had it, and I couldn't find it, so I found this one. And she, like, when I put it on, she goes, she gets this big smile on her face. It's so cute. And also, I think her head was like, I'm backtracking a little bit. I think her head was like 42 centimeters. I'm not really sure. My doctor said, or her doctor said, that she can start solids, but I told the doctor that I want to wait until 6 months. I want her to be exclusively breastfed until 6 months at least. Most, like, medical places recommend that you breastfeed for 6 months straight with no supplementing of food or formula or anything. So I'm going to try to wait until at least 6 months, until she's at least 6 months old. But we have set up the high chair, and she just kind of plays in it. We'll set her in it, and I can like eat next to her and she'll be playing. So that's more of what that's for, is just like playing right now. And also another one of the main reasons I'm going to try to wait to start solids is because the earlier you start solids, the more of a chance that they'll have food allergies. So I'm trying to hold off on that because breast milk is the perfect food. So, I mean, if she doesn't need it, then there's no reason giving it to her. The doctor said she is gaining weight perfectly. She's a little bit overweight for her size, I guess. Not for her size, for her age. Yeah, so all he said is that we can, but we're gonna choose not to for now. She likes to play in her bumbo, and she likes her playmat. She loves to play in her playmat. Okay, so she woke up, so she's gonna go ahead and join the video with me. This bow is from Kayla. I love it. She sent me a whole bunch of bows. Isn't that freaking cute? I love it. Do you love it, baby? You love it? Do you love the bow? Mwah. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so for her naps, she'll sleep in her crib sometimes, and she'll sleep in my bed sometimes. It just is like, it depends on, I don't know. Sometimes I'll put her in the crib, sometimes I'll put her in the bed. Her naps are still pretty short. She usually only sleeps for about 45 minutes, with the exception of this morning when she slept for like 3 hours, but that's because she got her shots. So, she is so interested. Look! Wow! Who is that? Who is that baby? Who is that baby? Mwah. 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 Anyway. anyway, she looks traumatized right now. What is the matter? What is the matter, Stinker? At night, she sleeps, she still sleeps from about, hi, well, her schedule has moved, like, up a little bit. Now she'll sleep from, like, about 7:30-ish, usually, till about maybe 8 or 8:30. So she sleeps for, like, over 12 hours, but she wakes up anywhere from 2 to 5 hours. It's not really consistent yet. Sometimes she'll sleep for like 5 hours straight. Sometimes she'll sleep for 2 hours. But she always goes right back to sleep. I just feed her and she goes right back to sleep. We are still co-sleeping. For her nap, we are no longer using swings for several reasons. One, she's just getting too old to sleep in the swing. And two, I'm taking a child development class right now, and you guys will probably hear me reference this a lot, but my teacher is awesome. She's so sweet. I actually, if you guys follow me on Facebook, then you heard the story already, but she was saying a whole bunch of things that were just like very insightful, I guess, that I had never heard before. So I asked, after class I stayed and I went to go talk to her to ask her if I could use her name as reference for when I talk about this stuff. And so I introduced myself and I was like, well, I was like, you know YouTube? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I make videos on YouTube, and I was actually on the news a couple months back. And she was like, oh, that was you? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I watch your videos all the time. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that just like totally made my week. That was so exciting. And so she was like, I think you're so positive and you're so this and that. And she was just being so sweet. And oh my gosh, that just like, that was so exciting. But, well, hi. She's like, Mom, you're crazy. So I just had to share that story real quick. But anyway, another one of the reasons we aren't using swings anymore, well, if you think about it, when you put a baby down in a swing, they're doing a rocking motion, right? And for most babies, it'll calm them down. And the reason it's calming them down is because their head is just kind of neutral. Like, they're just kind of lulled to sleep, and they're just like robots, kind of. I don't really know how to explain it. When you're putting them in the swing, they aren't able to develop the ability to calm themselves down. So then you get into a position where I was, where you rely on the swing to calm them down, to put themselves to sleep. So they can't really make habits for themselves to put themselves to sleep. Like, now that we're not using the swing anymore, I notice she goes like this a lot, like this. And she'll usually do it like on the back of her head, and she'll just constantly like, and she'll grab her ear. And I think that's one of the ways of calming herself down. We do still use the pacifier, and so that kind of calms her down too. We will need to break her of that eventually. She's still young right now, so we're not really worried about that yet. Right now we're just worried about getting away from the swing. But we just cut her off of the swing. It was today is Monday. It was not yesterday, but the Sunday before that, I think. And we just stopped, and she's been doing great. We haven't used it once since then, so she's done great transferring just to the, to sleeping still rather than in a swing. Okay, something that we learned called affordance, and affordance is the opportunity to learn and experience things. That's like what your life is made from. You need affordances to live your life, you need experiences. Like, if you think about it, if you don't like a food, it's because you had an experience where you know that you didn't like it. So affordances is like your life, and if you're putting them in the swing to be lulled to sleep, they don't have the affordance of putting themselves to sleep on their own. So they only touch what you give them. They only can see what you gave them because they're just in the swing. They're just So we are, and there's a whole bunch of other reasons. I'm horrible at explaining it compared to her. And her name is Debbie Lafrancini. She has a master's degree in early childhood special education, and she has a certificate in infant development, and she was an elementary school teacher. So, and she has several other certificates and stuff. That's just a few of them. Yeah, this lady is so awesome. She's so cool. And I'm probably going to make like a bigger video talking about some of the stuff that she talks about, because I didn't know these things. Like, one of the things she was talking about is if you have you're holding your kid and you make their legs stand up on you, if they can't physically stand on their own, then you're encouraging them to be bow-legged because their bones aren't bones yet. They're still mostly cartilage. So if you're standing them up, it's developing wrong. It's developing to go out because they don't have the ability to stand on their own yet. So I don't know, just a whole bunch of little things, and I'm gonna go talk with her tomorrow and I'll share more of the stuff that she tells me. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much why we stopped using swings. So another thing that she does now is she drools all the time, especially when she's concentrating. Like, her new favorite toy right now is a spoon. We'll just give her a normal spoon, like one of the spoons we eat with, and it has one of the ones that have the wide handle. Yeah, so she loves playing with a spoon, and she'll put it in her mouth, and like when I first give it to her, she'll like look at it and go, and she'll start drooling everywhere. And also her hands are constantly in her mouth. She always has her hands in her mouth. And I think that's related to teething, because she has had some symptoms of early teething. Of course, not like breaking through,